And we're waiting to find out if we're getting more seasons of this television show, and if your character will be on it, and all these things,
or if there's other shows,
or if you're constantly auditioning for stuff, and
it's very long hours, right? When you film a TV show, they generally start very early, and they work very long days. Not that other jobs don't as well. I'm just saying. It's not uncommon to go over a 12-hour workday for filming a show, and for an hour-long series that has 20 episodes, you probably shoot for 9 months out of the year, and the schedule is fluid, so it's you're kind of on call a bit. Like it's different every week, and it can change, and you can have 1 week where you're working every day. It's one, you know what I mean? So it's kind of unexpected or unsure in that part. So it's one that comes home with you, because there's work to be done when you're not there, like memorizing and getting to know the thing and person that you are. So it's very involved, and it's a, I don't want to say like narcissistic profession, but it is like a soul, you know what I mean? It's like a one man, like, you know, you're how do I phrase this? It's not narcissistic, it's not ego driven, but it's like, it's just you know what I mean? And like, and it's you putting yourself out. You're your own business, I guess, is a way to put it. And that's how it always has been. So to like put a partner into it, like, that's great. And that was helpful. And then to put a son into it, it takes a lot of time. But now 3, I feel energy wise overextended at this point. And I don't know how there is room for more, but I think there, like, as we found with Flynn, there is another gear, so to speak, that you didn't know you had. That it was like, oh, I just shifted into this other gear. That, like, I always thought I needed 8 hours of sleep to function, and now I'm like, oh, I just need 6. So I'm wondering if after twins, and I don't even get that. That's like, if that's on a good night, oh my God, I got 6 hours of sleep. Whereas before, my whole life, I could barely function if I didn't get 8. Like, I was an 8-hour person. And now I'm wondering if after the twins, I'm gonna be like, hey, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. And I will be like, that's incredible, and I'm super high functioning. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder. You know, like, life is short, and this to me this thing seems to be like my main it's my main priority, you know what I mean? So if that
being family or your job,
yes, caring for my now growing family, and so, and that's to me, that's the juice, you know what I mean? And so, like, if it takes away from the other to be able to focus on this, you know what I mean? Whether that's short term or I don't know, like, that's totally okay with me. Sorry, there's lots of pausing and I don't know, but like, did you ask a question or did I just start talking?
Just like,
you're trying to get me to cry. You're close.
No, just like,
don't know why, but yeah.
Well, like I said, I think that, like, part of parenting and this family being like your priority, I think that's part of it, is doing what you love and having those things for you. Because even our doctor, by the way, our doctor said this to you the other day and made you like feel like choked up. She was like, are you doing anything for you? Like,
there's that.
And that's really important.
A couple times, like, there's like, I've had this strange, almost guttural reaction to where, and it's infrequent that it happens, because, like, you're the one, you know, carrying 2 children, you know, you're doing the hard work, you're carrying the heavy load, but like literally. And I'm here surviving with you day by day with you. But like, it is strange when someone asks me my reaction, when they ask me, how are you doing? Well, how are you doing? That my reaction is like, oh, I'm fine. And my reaction has never been like, oh yeah, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, she's crushing it. It's hard, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, any kind of normal human reaction that anyone else say, well, how are you doing? Like, when someone asks me, like, well, how are you doing? I immediately am like, oh. Someone asks me how I'm doing. Like, I don't know. It's not an easy answer. It's not like a simple, and for me, it's so like, this experience and like how tired, you know what I mean? All of this goings on in the world, like it's not like it's not like an easy, like, oh, I'm fine. You know, when like you ask, like you see someone you haven't seen in a while or a friend, hey, how's it going? You know, oh, great. Like you just say great. Of course you say great. Like, and they don't want to know more. No. And now when someone asks me that, I can't just say I'm great. You know what I mean? I can't. Like, it's because I am, but like it's so much more layered. Mm-hmm. It's a tiramisu of feelings. Mm-hmm. That's a cake with layers, right?
A tiramisu, yeah, it's like an Italian, like, oh, it's so good.
And but I'm just saying, there's
espresso
I'm saying
powder
that I was like, is this a metaphor, or am I just naming a cake that it doesn't fit the layers. Metaphor? And our doctor, who normally when we go to this doctor, like I go with you, and she's just asking you questions about your health and your things and what's going on with you and how we can make this better, more manageable for you. You know what I mean? It's all about you, and let's look inside you. And let's see the babies inside you. Mm-hmm. And then and that's all it's been. When I've gone with you every week for 16 weeks, not 16 weeks,
17. Yeah.
And then for some reason, this one of this last times, she like all of a sudden turned to me, made eye contact with me, and was like, "And how are you?" And I was like, you know.
Well, and you did answer quickly, like, "I'm okay." You know, you answered quickly, and then and that's when she was like, "You need to make sure you're doing things for you. Like, she's do your hobbies and do your things you love."
What I love about her is she's a bit also life coachy. Like you can tell that's in her. Not a profession that I understand or have ever. Needed their customer service, a life coach. But she, I think, is that for me now. I don't know, because like I was just like, I'm okay. And then she went into like, well, what are you like? It'll make you a better father if you have things that you are doing for you,
right?
And that'll be mileage in your fatherhood. And just even considering that to me was like, I don't know.
Yeah. And I think that day or the next, you like went to the mall or something alone, and but this is so the best
plant nursery is what I did.
Well, you also went to a mall, and this is a perfect testament to Erik, is that like he went to go like have me time for an hour, like literally was singular hour, and came back with presents for me and Flynn. Like that's what you did during your me time. I was like, who is this person?
Yeah, I guess I hadn't been to a mall in like 2 years, and I guess they let you just walk around them now. Strange.
I know.
I'm gardening more and trying to fix things around the house.
And a lot of rescue missions with Flynn.
A lot of I got my Paw Patrol tattoos on today. We've got over here an excavator and a crane truck. Mm-hmm. I'm having a blast hanging out with him and enjoying that. And
surviving.
Yeah, and I guess I'll just take like audition by audition, and we'll figure it out. Just like same with you, like we'll just figure it out, right? Like what else can we do?
Yeah, I think that's life.
But I feel very full. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I'm not like at the table being like, well, like let's order dessert. Like I'm full. I don't need dessert.
And I think I'm at a point right now where I'm like, I'm very full, but I also need the tiramisu with all the layers and a chocolate cake and an eclair. And I want to order all the things, even though I'm too full right now.
Yeah.
And so then I cry because they don't fit.
Are we just hungry?
I actually am starving. I'm not kidding.
We might just be hungry, and these are hunger tears.
We're starving. I'm starving. I actually am like really hungry. So I think I'm going to go eat something. But thanks for listening to this bizarre episode of Relax.
No, I think it was one of our most intimate.
That sounds intense. Is that what this one's called? Welcome to Hell, the intimate episode. Welcome to Hell, the intimate episode.
I like that.
Anyway, we love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for our producers, TJ and Chris, and Audio Boom, and all our wonderful sponsors. We hope you guys have a wonderful day.
We have this t-shirt.
And you can get up this t-shirt.
It's very cozy.
And all the things. We love you. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have a podcast. The world is scary and we're locked in our homes, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
You can relax. Colleen and Erik have The world is scary and we're locked in our home, but now we have big microphones, so you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.